And I said, well, why don't I leverage this technology to give the learning tool so they can be used at home, at school, at the therapist. So now you get this continuity between the three parties,
Right.
and the child gets a repetition to learn their skills. And so I came up with the 12 Steps to Friendship, and we just launched the first one, which is Discovering Emotions with Zeely. And
So this is it here,
Congratulations.
right?
yes.
All right.
So I'm going to click on this icon here. It's
Okay.
available in iTunes. And you'll see the Zeely will be coming out of the spaceship. And so it's kind of fun. Zeely leaves the spaceship to come to Earth to learn about feelings. And so Zeely has a sidekick called Obo.
Okay.
And so we pick things that kids could relate to. So they go to the park, they go to museums, the cinema, the amusement park. And we pick 7 basic emotions that transcend gender and ethnicity.
So why are emotions so important?
Because if you don't interpret them, for example, if you don't understand angry, so you're in the classroom or your parent or friends and they're angry, but you don't understand the tone, you don't understand the face, your reaction is going to be not expected. You're going to do something
Right.
different.
Yeah.
And then then it just spirals out of control, and then you're different, you stand out.
Right.
And that has a challenge the society. So within here, we have the basic framework of we train them on the actual emotion. So children
Okay.
on the spectrum will tend to look at the mouth and not the eyes, whereas a lot of information is conveyed around the
really?
eyes.
Okay.
Children on the spectrum have challenges understanding angry versus, and children with Down syndrome have challenges understanding, interpreting fear and surprise.
Okay. Now on the spectrum, you're referring to the autistic
The autism spectrum,
Autism
yes.
spectrum. Okay.
So here, what we do is I got a sketch artist to sketch out what we call the ideal face. And so
Okay.
we start with the mouth, which is the comfort zone for them, and then we magnify what that area. And then we go on to the region around the eyes, because a lot of emotion are conveyed there. And then the eyebrows, because if you're happy, certain things happen. If you're angry,
Expression.
yes.
That's right. Oh, I love
And so we go through 2 contrasting emotions. So for example, happy and sad. And then after that, and I worked with a speech and language pathologist who simplified this language, and I also worked with a child psychologist.
I think this is so incredible that you did this, because a lot of parents feel helpless to help their children, right? You're also saying that early diagnosis is really important in
I
therapy for
think
somebody.
diagnosis is important, but the thing is, then what do you do about it?
Yeah.
And
Right.
I think that's where we got the diagnosis, and there's fabulous resources in this city. And my children were going to French school at the time, so we had to find someone that would do the testing in French and English, and then continue the testing in the language they were stronger in.
Right.
Very important.
So in here, you can see now we're gonna get them to practice it. So rather than just show them her face, they get to drag and drop
Oh, cool.
drag and drop this, and it goes. And then every
and then it describes what that emotion was, right? It says that was happy, that
yes,
one.
yeah.
Right?
Okay,
And
okay.
so they will do this a few times, and then they go on to the next one. And now what we do here is we say, okay, you've practiced this. Let's test you. Let's see if
Okay.
you really get this.
Yeah.
So then they have to choose a happy face. So if they get it correct, there's that instantaneous
Right.
reward and
Excellent.
gamification
The gold
there.
star, right?
Yeah. If they get it wrong, though, there's serious therapy that goes on behind the scenes. So
Now, this
if
is saying sad face, right? So
Yeah.
if I say choose this one,
This is not a sad face.
this is not a sad face. It's describing.
and then Zeely prompts.
It's a sad face.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
okay.
Yeah.
So then Zeely jumps in there and lets them know. You know what we're going to do, Natasha? We're going to take a quick break.
Sure.
We're going to come back and talk with you just a little bit more, because we want to look at the final stage here as well. So we'll be back with Natasha D'Souza right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show. We are back with Natasha D'Souza. She is the CEO of Virtual IC, and you sort of walked us through the first 2 steps. I guess this is a 3-step program that the kids would go through?
You know what? It's multi-step. So
Okay.
if you're a therapist or an educator, you could go into the settings and you can view the report.
I'm just going to put this
So
up
you can
here.
actually see, I played some of the modules ahead of time, and you can actually see how they're progressing.
Okay.
So we do
Great.
so we do timing. So if the rate of response goes up, that means they're mastering their skill.
Right.
And then you can tell, if they can't understand happy or sad, then you know where some of the problem areas
Right.
are. So what we do is we use the amusement park as a pre-testing, post-testing. So in here, there's all 7 emotions, and they play the game. They go through all of it. You collect the data, and depending on how they're doing, then you pick the actual module where they go.
Okay.
So we also show
great.
progress. So within the place itself, we show the progress stars.
Right.
If they don't get it 80% correct, which is what therapists use, that means they're encouraged in a very positive way to continue playing that module.
Okay.
So
And
you
then
realize
over
where their weak
here-
part is, where they need to strengthen in that area, right?
Yes, and
That's
it's really
excellent.
practice.
Yeah.
And really, it's not just a novelty game. You play it once and you walk away. It's something that they have to do repetitively.
Yeah.
But it's something that if they had it in the classroom, they had it home at the therapist. Then the therapist can work with them one-on-one and really help them with just breaking down those emotions.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the practice part can happen at home and at school. The problem with a lot of methodologies today is that mom or dad has to become the therapist at home, and
Right.
at the end of the day, you got to try and do these therapies. Whereas really, in order to master skill, they need that repetition, so they can very easily do this as part of class.
Well, you
time.
said it during the break. You want to be a mom at home,
Yes.
not a
Enjoy your kid
therapist,
time.
and it's so important to have. Where is this available at the moment?
It's available in iTunes.
Okay.
And you can search for Zeely or Emotions, but if you do search for Emotions, I'm at the bottom. I just launched.
Okay, excellent.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations, Natasha. This is just a wonderful product. Great
Tablet and
idea.
iPad, eh?
Really
Yeah.
appreciate you joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Again, you can visit the website, find out more information. Zeely Adventures, it is called. And I can't say enough how much fun it has been sitting
great.
beside you, Tammy. You're so great.
The honor's
you're
all
a
mine.
pro. And we learned how to make tempura.
We did, and we ate it. It was delicious.
It was
Such a
fantastic.
great time. Thanks for having me. I had a blast.
Oh, real pleasure. I have a great show for you tomorrow. Michael Wood, who teaches one of the most unique music industry courses in the country, joining us.
I
All
love
that and
that.
more. Thanks for watching.